about becoming a software engineer. For today's tutorial, we'll be talking about the command line, more specifically the bash shell navigation. What is bash? Well, bash is a command line interpreter that runs on most Unix-like operating system. It allows you to execute commands, run programs, and manipulate files and directories. You can also write script that contains a series of commands and instructions that bash can execute as a single program. For this tutorial, if you're not using a Linux system or Mac, I will advise you download Git Bash on your Windows system. Did someone just ask, what is Git Bash? Well, if you did ask, that's a nice question. Git Bash is a command line interface application for Windows that lets you communicate with Git, the version control system. You can use Git Bash to clone repositories, commit changes, push and pull changes, and more. Git Bash emulates a bash environment, which I'm going to be showing you soon. Um, it gives you those Unix-like feel interface. So the Unix command, the git bash is useful for users who are familiar with what the bash terminal or Unix operating system, or who want to learn more about Git features like you. So what are you waiting for? I'm going to show you how to download Word. For those that are using Windows, I'm going to show you how to download Git Bash. Hold on. Well, for you to download Git Bash, you just open your browser. It could be Chrome, Firefox, Mozilla, or any browser of your choice. Then you go to Google and search for type download Git Bash. Now you see, click on any of the one to download, but it probably click this first one. You'll be able to download Git Bash, and it takes you to the download page. I think my network is a bit slow. All right. Here you see you can download Git Bash for different systems. You can download for the Mac OS, for the Windows, for the Linux. But really, you want to download for the Windows. That's if you're using Windows. Then you come here and click download for Windows and it start downloading. Once you finish download, you install it and you what? You get a Unix-like interface. So when you're done installing, you come here. This is where my Git Bash is. You can see the logo. You see Git Bash there. That's Git Bash. You open your Git Bash. You find yours at your desktop or your window apps. So this is my Git Bash, and this is how it looks like. Then once you are ready, we are ready to go. So I'll be showing you the commands we're going to be using today. Introduction to Bash. All right, we're all about executing command using the bash shell. So like I explained before, the bash shell commands are important for Unix system because they allow users well to interact with the operating system and perform various tasks using command line interface. Bash commands can also be used to create scripts that automates and repeat common operations such as installing, configuring software, processing, analyzing data, and managing files and directory. Bash shell commands are not only useful for Unix system but also for other operating systems that support Word Bash, such as Linux, Mac OS, and Windows. Learning bash shell commands can help you control your computer like a developer and work with data more efficiently and work effectively. So let me show you the few of the commands we are going to learn today. Well, these are the commands I'm going to be introducing you to. So in your terminal, to know more about these commands, you can press man, the command that's for to know more about the command pwd, that's print working directory. You can press man pwd and it shows you the manual page for pwd. So we're looking at pwd, ls, cd, less, touch, cp, move, remove, mkdir, rmdir, and more. Now, that being said, let's head towards our Git Bash and see what we can do. Are you ready? I'm happy. Actually, it's my first video and I'm happy trying to impart knowledge what I've learned so far. So I hope you learned something today. All right, here is our Git Bash interface. All right, so our first command we are going to be looking today is pwd, print working directory, pwd. Print.dd will print and show you directory you are currently in. That being said, what is a directory? A directory is more like a folder. Okay, it's a folder that inside that folder that holds files. You know where you have folder that where you put your files inside it. So a directory can also hold a directory and also a file. Directory inside a directory inside a directory, so on and so forth. So there's difference between a file and a directory. Right now we are in my home directory. As you can see, it's the users and HP, blah blah blah. Your home directory might be different from mine. So I want to go to where the desktop directory. So I'll be introducing another command, that's the cd command. The cd command is used to navigate through different directory. You move from one directory to another and come back to your directory. So to move to my desktop directory, I'll press cd desktop. You can type everything, finish tab to complete auto completion. You see it when you cd. Now we are in what? In my desktop directory. To check it and confirm it, let's press pwd again, pwd. Voila, and you see it shows that we are in our desktop directory. Now I've shown you the pwd, I've shown you the cd command. Now it's time for me to show you what our next command, which is mkdir. Mkdir, you use it in what? You make directory, you use it in creating directory. That is creating a folder. So let's create a folder for this tutorial. Mkdir. Then the name of the folder, what should we call it? Let's call it Flextech. Flextech. So I'll click enter. Now voila, to tell you that we have created flex dot this thing. So we have to cd into flex dot. So cd flex, replace your tab to complete for auto completion, and you press enter. Now we have gone to what? Our flex dot directory. Now let's use ls. What is ls? ls lists the things, the content of your directory. Are you getting it? I'll show you an example when we create something. We'll soon come back to this ls. Now, let's create a file. I'll be introducing the touch command. The touch command is used to create empty files. So you write touch, then the name of the file. Let me say my file, file.txt text. Now, we have created what? An empty file. Now let's ls. ls now shows you that my file dot text is what? Inside what? Our flex dot directory. So therefore, we can also use to insert something into our file. There are two ways or different ways you can use it. Let's say echo. Then let's use hello. The hello world is more like a printing example that every programming language or developer normally use. You use hello world in Python, use it in C and the rest, more like a printing example. Hello world. Now, echo hello world. This is what we want to put inside our file. What's the name of our file again? My file. Press tab and you complete. Oh, I made a mistake. For you to put it inside this thing, you need this arrow key. Exiting it, then you press enter. Now, the hello world has been inserted into my file. Now, to prove it to you, I will introduce another command, which is the cat command. The cat command displays the content of the file, cat, my file. Now, this is what is inside the file, the hello world we echoed into it. The other ways, we can also enter the file and type more and more things into the file. V, by using our V or Vim or this text editor. Then V, the name of your file, my file, press tab to autocomplete. And we are inside our file, and this is the content, hello world. You can type more inside it. If you press I to insert to type, and let us say welcome to my YouTube page. Now let's cut again to see the content of our file. Let's cd into one of the directory we created. Let's cd into example one, that's the example directory. Now let's press pwd, and it shows us what. Oh, it said too many arguments. Sorry, we wrote something else. Let's cd into one of the directory we created, example tab autocomplete. And now pwd. Now we are what? We are in our what? Working directory, which is example. And inside it, let's create another file. This time around, I'm going to be creating, okay, we use the echo hello, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The name of the file sub.txt. Now let's ls. Now using the echo word, before this sub.txt does not exist, but when we use the echo word, if the file does not exist, it automatically creates the file for you. Now let's cut the content of our sub, and you see, hello, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now let's go back to our previous directory. To go back to a previous directory, you press the cd and full stop twice, and you go back to what your previous directory, which is what flex dot. Now let's ls. We have one file here. Another command I'm going to introduce is how to what? Remove a file, that is delete a file. To delete a file, you use the remove the name of the file, that's my file, and we have deleted the file. Ls, the file does not exist. We are only having two directory. That being said, I'm introducing you to another command, which is what? The rmdir, that is remove what? Directory. Let's try it. Rmdir. Then our what? Example directory. Example. Let's use example 2 directory. No, let's use example directory. Now, this is it. It said fail to what? Remove example directory, not an empty directory. Why? Because we cannot use rmdir to delete a directory that contains files in it. We can only use it to what? Delete empty directory. Now, let's use it in deleting what? Rmdir, an empty directory, which is the reason why I created that. Our example 2 should be an empty directory. Okay. Now let's ls. See, we are only having what? An example 1 directory which has what? A content in it. For us to delete a directory that has a content in it, we use the rm with what? An option which is -r or I if you want to use, but I normally use the -r, then the name of the directory, and tab, then remove it. Let's ls. See, we have nothing. We have an empty directory. That will be all for today. I'll be teaching you more on the command line and things you need to know in my next video. Please do like and subscribe for more content. Thank you. To read more on the command line, the shell navigation, I'll be dropping a resource for you to read on. The link will be in the description. So click on the link in the description and you read more about the, the command and the rest. And you also practice because when you practice, you know more. You might think you have known it by watching the video. No, it is when you are doing hands-on activity, as you're watching, you are practicing it, everything will stick to your mind. So do not forget to subscribe and like this video. You can also share to your friend who are interested in becoming a software engineer. It's very fun. Coding is fun.